next show. I think I just saw your thing, and I think.
Well, I flipped it over.
And I think we have.
Oh my God! I'm so shocked that this is the one that we agree on. Okay.
Cookie.
In our wait. Show everybody the
Okay.
lovely. This
Thank
is my
you.
cookie jar, you guys. How
We should have
awesome is
Cougar
this?
Town.
Thank you, TBS.
We should have done Cougar Town.
It's not a. We can't do Cougar Town.
I
It hasn't
guess.
been on yet. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to eat on camera, but
Whatever.
there are cookies in here. I'm going to reward myself
I'm gonna
after.
have cookie.
So, okay,
this
so
off.
Raising Hope, we've talked about. I love the show.
Good.
But I will say that it's similar to what you said about Modern Family. I do feel like I say a lot of the same things about why I like Raising Hope, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, except that, again, I like growth, not just change. And a lot of the moments of change this season, or even growth because of the change, have come from these like wacky, like you should have seen it coming but you didn't, situational comedy moments. For example, learning that he was adopted at one point and had a brother, and like that's something that I get why it comes up out of nowhere in a situation like this. Someone gets a funny idea and runs with it.
Right.
But I feel like that's something that like could have not been so out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so like it's little things like that that like I debated for a long time about if I should give this an A- or a B+, or that stupid thing that junior high school teachers do where they A- B+ you, and you're like, what is that? So I didn't do that, and I was like, and I gave it the B+ for the stupid thing that junior high school teachers do where they say, well, we want you to be encouraged, but we also want you to improve, because I really love the show, and I think I gave it an A last year. And I mean, honestly, there were some, I really use, with the exception of the finale last year, I really used last year as like, give me all of that, and that is what I want from your show.
Right.
And so this season, I do feel like there have been episodes that haven't hit that same mark of like funny and heartwarming. And even the Virginia isms, I love her, and she has given me some great jokes this year, but I want more. So it's more about wanting more and not so much about not liking what I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, you mentioned the season finale, which
Well,
I
last
think
year.
but I think that's actually part of why I gave it a B+ instead of a B, because I was thinking, I'm like, well, at least it rebounded really well from the season finale, because I felt like the season finale was not. This sounds like very teachers. It was not its finest.
It was
It's
not.
try.
But I mean, I also think that, you know, at that point they were kind of, they didn't know if they were coming back, and they were kind of like, let's just.
I think.
I don't think so. When they broke that story.
I mean,
it's kind of not relevant.
not relevant,
I got the
but yeah.
impression that they were like, let's just go for it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I just, you know, I love this show. It's one of, you and I will talk about it, and we'll probably say the same thing, hopefully, for as long as it's on. It's a heartwarming show. It when it's good, it's really, really, really funny. But yeah, some of the things this season have been, as much as I've enjoyed it, as much as I love it, there have been a couple of things that have been a little bit more out there.
And that's not what I want.
Right, and it's like, you know, the show is at its best. And I was rewatching, God, I rewatch a lot of television. They had a marathon this week of a bunch of episodes, and I rewatched It's a Hopeful Life.
Oh, I love that one.
And it's like, it's a little bit alarming that the best episodes of the show
can I
are
be
when.
honest with you? Again, it's a holiday episode, and I will say that this season's I thought was just as good as last year's holiday episode. The one where Virginia thinks it's the end of the world.
Right.
Come on.
I mean, and that's so Virginia. I mean, that's great.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of the best episodes are when they kind of, even though it's outrageous and clearly, you know, like when they did, you know, the first season finale, like when they have, when they kind of dive into their own, when they dive into the characters more, is kind of when it's best versus, you know, going out there.
Right.
But it's not the same that way for every show. So it's like I kind of hope in the second half of the season we do get more of the deep dive into the characters versus the outrageous situations, which I know we're getting some outrageous situations. We've got some big name guest stars coming.
And I mean, it comes with the territory, but as long as, you know, it's not all, it doesn't turn into all that all the time, because then it's a different show. Right.
So it's, yes, I was debating giving it a B or B+, and then after being so happy that I did not continue down the path of the season finale, I'm like, yay, I'm going for optimism, and it's still one of my favorite shows on television. It's still one of the shows that I'm just like, they're so cute, and those girls are growing up adorable.